Hi and welcome. Repetitive relationship patterns are not coincidental, so I have to ask you, do you find yourself in the same kind of relationship over and over again? If you answered yes, it might just be time to take a closer look at your love life and figure out why you are ending up in the same type of relationship. And remember, give me a thumbs up or leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Welcome. I'm Dr. D. I'm a clinical psychologist in private practice. I work with individuals and couples who want to have more fulfilling relationships in their life, whether that be with their partner, their spouse, a family member, a friend, a coworker, or even a child. I also help people manage life's ups and downs, create more joy and optimism, and experience personal growth. In essence, move through life with greater purpose and direction. We all need that. And finally, I work with people who are going through a divorce to help them manage co-parenting issues and communicate in healthier ways with their soon-to-be ex. In this video, I share 6 things to consider if you find yourself stuck in a repetitive relationship pattern, and most importantly, what to do so you can break the cycle, because there are many different factors that contribute to why you keep having the same type of relationship. These factors can range from unresolved childhood trauma to simply not knowing what you want and need in a partner, and many things in between. So let's get started. Number 1, do a relationship history inventory. And when it comes to our romantic lives, we all hope for something different each time. However, sometimes we find ourselves in the same situation over and over again. What is a relationship inventory? First, I want to tell you that this is one of the most important steps to do before you enter another relationship. A relationship history inventory is an examination of all of your relationships in order to try and identify patterns. And this is helpful for 2 reasons. First, it gives you insight into why you keep ending up in the same type of relationship. And second, it helps you become more aware of what you're looking for in a partner moving forward. The inventory also allows you to take stock of the people you have been choosing, common denominators, and the traits and qualities that are most important to you, whether a person had them or not. And by taking a look at your relationship history, you are also able to identify patterns in terms of the type of person you're attracted to, the kinds of things that trigger arguments or conflict, or even your role in why the relationship didn't work out. And this is also a really good time to create 3 columns. The must-haves, the things I can compromise that I'm flexible about, and the things I really don't care about. And it's all different for every person. When you identify the things that are most important, the must-haves, this allows you to take a deeper dive into those things that are critical for you, and like I said, very important, and as well as those things that are less important. So do your 3 columns. Number 2, look at your patterns and recurring choices. Your patterns and recurring choices are usually based on your subconscious programming. This is the result of your past experiences, both positive and negative, that have formed your beliefs about yourself and others. To identify your patterns and recurring choices, ask yourself the following questions. 1, what kind of people do I usually date? 2, what type of relationship do I usually end up in? 3, what kinds of things trigger arguments or conflicts in my relationships? And 4, what is my role and why my relationships don't work out? Evaluating your dating pattern and recurring choices helps you understand why you keep having the same type of relationships. Asking and answering these questions also provides greater insight to your behaviors when it comes to relationships. Number 3, look at your thoughts, feelings, and triggers that make you choose the same person. When we're in a relationship, it's easy to get caught up in the moment and ignore the red flags that pop up. But if you find yourself repeatedly choosing the same type of person, it's important to pay attention to the thoughts, feelings, and triggers that make you choose them. It's also key, and I mean very key, to identify the red flags, accept them, and know that these red flags are often the deal breakers and must be identified as such. Then when these red flags come up, do not ignore them. If they are deal breakers for you, make a commitment to yourself to honor them and not justify them and ignore them. They are there for a reason. If you ignore them and stay in the relationship, have you ever found yourself either leaving the relationship for this reason anyway, or find yourself having to deal with this red flag over and over again? If so, that should tell you something. And there are usually 3 main things that drive us to choose the same type of person. The way they make us feel in the moment. Another way, our beliefs about ourselves. And finally, our beliefs about relationships. For example, if you're attracted to someone because they make you feel good in the moment, it's likely that you're not looking at the relationship long term. This can often lead to relationships that are based on superficial things like looks or money. On the other hand, If you believe that you're not good enough for a healthy and long-lasting relationship, you might find yourself attracted to partners who are also emotionally unavailable. This is because subconsciously or unconsciously you believe that you don't deserve better. So you pick this person for the belief you have about yourself, and no doubt down the line find yourself scratching your head and wondering how you got here. Finally, if you have negative beliefs about relationships in general, for example, relationships are always full of drama or something, you're more likely to attract partners who also have those kinds of beliefs. This can often lead to relationships that are full of conflict and don't last very long, the ones that are full of drama. Like attracts like. Number 4, examine your views of a relationship. Different people have varying views of what a relationship should be, and these views can often dictate the kind of relationship we have. For example, if you believe that a relationship should be full of passion and excitement all the time, you're likely to attract partners who are also looking for this type of relationship. However, we all know these kinds of relationships often are short-lived because they're based on intense emotions that eventually fizzle out. These are quick and intense and end quickly. On the other hand, if you believe that a relationship should be calm and easygoing, you're more likely to attract partners who are also looking for this type of relationship. These relationships can and often do last longer because they're based on a solid foundation of friendship and mutual respect. The most important thing to note here is not to let fictional portrayals of relationships like in TV or movies or what have you dictate your view of what a relationship should be. Because everyone's definition of a healthy and happy relationship is different. And it's important to find someone who shares your views on what a relationship should be. And you should also have shared views and lifestyle, values, etc., and looking for the same type of relationship. Number 5, look at the type of person you are attracting. The type of person you're attracting is also a really big factor in why you keep having the same kind of relationship. This is because we tend to attract people who are at the same level of our emotional development. It's like they say, again, you attract what you are. Again, like attracts like. So, if you're attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable, it's likely because possibly you're emotionally unavailable in many similar ways. And many times you attract a person who's at the same level as you. So, the best way to change the type of person you're attracting is to work on yourself first. Once you've made some progress in your own personal development, you will find that you will start to attract partners who are also at a similar level. And number 6, know your attachment style. Your attachment style is also a big factor in why you keep having the same kind of relationship. Our attachment style is basically how we relate to other people in our lives. It is based not only on how we were raised and the relationships we have with our primary caregivers growing up, but also other relationships that have shaped our lives, who we are, and how we react to things in life. There are 3 main attachment styles: secure, anxious, and avoidant. By and large, people with a secure attachment tend to have healthy and long-lasting relationships. This is because they're able to form secure attachments with their partners. Now, people with an anxious attachment style often have short-lived and unhealthy relationships. This is because they tend to be clingy, needy in their relationships. They also have a lot of anxiety around being abandoned or rejected. And people with an avoidant attachment style often have trouble forming close, intimate relationships. This is because they tend to be emotionally unavailable and tend to push people away. Again, by and large. So, if you want to change the kind of relationship you're having, it's important to first identify your attachment style. Once you know your attachment style, if it's not secure, you can start to work on changing it. There are many resources that can help you overcome your attachment style if it's avoidant, anxious, or fearful. So, falling into the same relationship traps can be frustrating and disheartening. I get it. However, it's important to remember that you can always change the kind of relationship you have in your patterns by taking these steps. And again, the relationship inventory is key and a primary first step. I always have my clients do this when they are struggling in their relationship or find they are ending up with the same type of person over and over again. Because if you hop from one person to the other without giving yourself the time and attention you need to become more intentional in having healthy relationships, you will end up with the same type of person and wasting time doing it. So in a nutshell, don't do this. My final thought. Look, making healthy and sustainable choices in relationships and in life is on you. You are your biggest change agent. You're the only one that can do this. So whether or not you want to change or pivot or decide to create a new path is, yes, up to you. By taking the factors that I just shared on this video into consideration, you can start to make some changes in your own life that will definitely lead to healthier, more fulfilling relationships. And that's it. Thanks again. Are you struggling with repeating relationship patterns? And if so, let's chat. Feel free to leave me a thumbs up or a comment. Reach out to me at Dr. K. Davin or email me at hello@kristindavin.com. And thanks again.